Hey everyone. Hey, I want to start something kind of cool for Fridays. Happy Friday, by the way. Just went out and got myself a nice mocha because it's Friday and I want to treat myself. But I want to do something called Firefighter Fridays. And what I would really like to do is bring a little bit of education as well as a little bit of an insight on the men and women who are out there protecting our communities 24/7, right? A lot of people don't really know what it means to be a firefighter. The process of becoming a firefighter is already grueling enough, but to be able to make that mental decision to say, hey, I'm willing to write a blank check to be able to go save the life of somebody else is huge. We see that in a lot of different areas in our country, our soldiers, our police, our medical emergency people, but our firefighters, of course, are dear to me just because, well, I'm part of that rank. I was a firefighter for a little bit of time, and I'm one of those believers that once you're a firefighter, you're always a firefighter. I may not be fighting literal fires anymore, but I'm helping people fight their fires in life. But there are some real hidden dangers of being a firefighter, and some of these things aren't really talked about. They're talked about within firefighter ranks, but that's just because we need to know these things. There's such things as like cancer. Cancer is a massive risk to our firefighters. In 2023, 72% of the line of duty deaths among the International Association of Firefighters were due to occupational cancer. Such in case mesothelioma, 100% increased risk. Testicular cancer, 68 increased risk. Esophageal cancer, 62%. Prostate cancer, 28%. Guys, the cancer list can just keep going. Hearing loss. Hearing loss is a huge one. If you don't wear your protection for that, constantly around sirens, loud engines, noises. Sadly, divorce rate is also really high amongst our firefighters. But the thing that is a really big one for me is the mental health. Mental health for firefighters is extraordinarily important. Firefighters die at a suicide rate significantly higher than the general population, with estimates suggesting rates are up to about 72% higher. In 2024, there was 112 reported firefighter suicides, and that's possibly underreported. So the thing for me, guys, is that when I say that firefighters are willing to sign that blank check and put themselves in risk, they're willing to run into a house that is on fire to save a life. And to me, there's no greater sacrifice than the ability to lay your life down for that of another man or child or woman, anyone in your community. So the next time you see a firefighter out there, shake their hand, say thank you. Because a lot of the things that they do on the day in and day out, we don't even imagine half the things they see. So if you are a firefighter out there, if you're one of my brothers and sisters in the ranks, please drop me a comment. Tell me where you're from. Tell me your station. I'd love to hear about it. And with that, everyone else, it's Firefighter Friday. Stay the course.
Firefighters. Ripped, sweaty heroes who slide down poles for cash. It's the only profession where you can get half naked for a calendar to help charity and still be considered a public servant. They're in essence government-funded strippers, only instead of dollar bills, we throw burning buildings at them. They show up every time barreling through the streets at mock Jesus. These lunatics are the only people legally allowed to launch through your walls, flood your house, chop your roof in half, and still get a handshake on the way out. Only because you were dumb enough to put out a grease fire with water. They'll bust through your front door like the Kool-Aid Man, haul your 400-pound over their shoulder, kiss a baby mid-rescue, and sprint back out while flames explode behind them like the final scene in a movie. If your car's wrapped around a tree, they'll rip it open like a drunk uncle trying to get into a bag of chips at 2 a.m. If you're stuck in a flood, they'll swim through debris, pull you out, and go back for your cat without so much as a single mustache hair straying from its place. If your head gets stuck in a fence, they'll pry you free from your own stupidity and do their best not to laugh until they're back at the station. When they arrive to the firehouse after punching death in the face, they emotionally bond through trauma, verbally assaulting one another, and chili cook-offs spicy enough to burn the hair from your ass. So here's to firefighters, the axe-swinging, siren-screaming, door-smashing warlords of destruction and salvation who keep us alive despite our best efforts to Uber ourselves into the afterlife in the dumbest ways possible. May your axes stay sharp.
A hero and a coward have the exact same fear, but it's what they do with that fear that separates them. As a firefighter, we dream of when the call comes in from dispatch to throw on our gear and get on the scene because we fight fire and don't fear getting burned. Have you ever seen fire before? I mean, up close and in all its glory. It's a dangerous rainbow of cold reds and blistering blues. Your anxieties melt away in its warmth as they hold you like a protective parent. And if you don't panic, you can hear it pray for you in its crackle. It's a blessing and a beauty how it dances up a wall and down a hallway, can take oxygen into its lungs, trying to breathe long enough to have a mind of its own. And we see a flame and then morph into moths. This innate instinct to welcome the light, because there is nothing more beautiful than a burning building. Nothing more honorable than being willing to die in it. This is what we train to do. We get the call, hear the alarm, hop on the rig and go to a home swelling with smoke, fire blowing out the front windows, smoke clouds and crowds. They surround us on the street, and then I run past two kids. I hear one of them say, "Man, I don't know how they do this shit, because I'd be running the other way." And I want to call the cop a coward. How could you not enter a building bursting at the seams with screams for help? There is no such thing as friendly fire in my profession. May 24th, 2022 at Robb Elementary School, police were quoted saying they were afraid of his battle rifle. What if we feared fire the way they feared being fired at? We see flames and become Phoenix, running in the direction of resurrection, our burning rebirth. A cop should see a bullet shining and want to live in that spotlight or die trying. We know fire is not a gentle master, but bullets are a cruel teacher. Redefines the term student body. 19 children, 2 teachers, all die by their desks while the cops have recess in Uvalde, Texas. So imagine firefighters standing outside with children trapped inside. Don't. That's why they call us the bravest. Dangerous environments, we embrace them. Don't compare us. We're all smoke. They're all mirrors. A hero brings a hose to hell, while a coward fears the line of fire and won't infiltrate a school while being fired at the way we enter an inferno sweating bullets. And if fire cannot burn it, then it will harden like the heart of a parent whose child's life was discarded. So if you can't stand the heat, get the fuck out the job description. This is what we signed up for. A girl once told me that if she's ever assaulted, she would yell fire instead of help, because fire attracts more people. It might save her life. So maybe we should teach students to yell fire. At least then they'd get the help from someone who isn't afraid to fight.
Well, it's been on my mind for a little while, so I put it on paper this morning. A little poem called "We're Just Firemen," right? Hope y'all enjoy it. As the days and years go by, sometimes we just have to sit and cry, 'cause nobody knows the battles we fight. I mean, after all, we're just firemen, right? We've gotten good at goodbyes leaving home. Man, if somebody can see how our minds usually roam. Our buddies say, "Man, you're so lucky. You get to sleep at work, right?" As we laugh and think about all the calls we ran last night. There's always that one guy around the station, got a bag full of new toys. Yet, you train and train for days on end, just searching for that one attaboy. After that one close call, your buddy finally mans up and asks, "Man, you all right?" And you say, yeah, of course. Your mind just telling you to keep quiet. I mean, after all, we're just firemen, right? Well, I can promise you one thing, we sure don't do it for the money. Me personally, I just look forward to that medical call where that little old woman calls me honey. Most people think anxiety, depression, PTSD. Nah, man, that's just for the military, it can't be. Oh, I forgot you was in my mind last night. But there again, we're just firemen, right?
The smoke is choking, thick and black, flames licking walls, no turning back. I woke to heat, to panic, fear, my home ablaze, the end felt near. But then, through haze, a shape appears, a steady voice to calm my fears. A hero, masked with strength and grace, breaks through death to take my place. You lift me up and lead me out while flames behind us twist and shout. My family's safe, my children cry, because you ran in, not passed by. And when I turn to thank the brave, I see the team, the ones who gave. Soaked in sweat, with soot-streaked skin, you fight the fire and always win. When others run, you charge ahead. You save the living, mourn the dead. You risk your lives to save our own, and rarely stop to take the throne. You're superheroes, tried and true. So hear this now, let no one doubt, without you, we would not make it out. This world is safer because of you.
Day, you will be old, you will be frail, and you will be slow. Someone will ask you, what did you do in your day? What did you do in your prime? When you were young, and strong, and fast. And you'll tell them your environment. And when the day is done, and the page is turned, that will be enough.